Today I'm going to show you how to add text to these custom street sign hangers. First, you're going to click on the street sign. You're going to go up to the T in the toolbar, and over here I'm going to type in the text. This customer wanted her name, so I'm going to type that in. I'm going to go down to the font. I like to use the font Impact because it's bold and thick, and it looks very nice when it comes to these street signs. I'm not going to change my thickness or my embed or any other settings at this moment. I'm just going to focus on sizing. So right here, I'm playing with different sizes. I'm moving it so that I can see how it's going to look once it aligns with everything else. We're going to knock it up just a little more. Then I'm going to click on it again, go back up to the T. I'm going to move the text into the corner because now I want the street, lane, avenue, boulevard, loop, whatever the abbreviations for what you want to use will go in this corner. So she wanted street. So I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to play with the sizing and position it where I want it to be. After I've done that, I'm going to click on the bottom one. We're going to go back up to the T in the toolbar. We're going to type in baby girl right here. She wants baby girl. I'm still using the font Impact. It's saved from the last time I typed something, so I don't have to change that again. And then I'm going to play around with the sizing and move it into position so that I can add avenue. You use the yellow square in the middle to move the text from side to side, left and right. Now I'm going to type in avenue and position that in the corner. I'm going to size it down, pull it over. And now that I have that on here, I see that baby girl's a little too big. So I'm going to double click on it. My computer's a little slow. And then I'm going to size it down just a little bit so it don't be running into avenue. Now, everything looks good. I'm going to side click and clone it. I just want one clone because you need a back and front to go around the pole. And that way you won't have to do 4 separate plates. It says I have floating canavers, so I know I'm going to have to add supports. So I'm going to go down to global, support, enable supports. I like using tree. And now I'm going to slice it again. It's going to take a little over 2 hours to do this. And I'm going to check it out, see how I like it. Zoomed in a little bit. And I see that the text is raised up a lot, which it's not a big deal. But I think I want to make it a little shorter. So I'm going to go back to the prepare screen. And I'm going to go click on each text, go to thickness, and change them to 1. So you do have to click on each one to change it. But if you do it at the beginning, when you first type it on there, it's fine. But this is just the way you have, if you want to go back and adjust it, you can do so. Real quick, real simple, very easy. Now I'm going to go up here and slice it again. It's going to take around about 1 hour and 57 minutes. So now I'm going to pan around again, make sure I like it, and I'm going to print the plate. I already have my colors mapped so I don't have to change anything. And in 2 hours and 4 minutes, I will have a completed hanging charm. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope that this helped y'all. And until next time, bye.